We are in northern Spain, right in the heart of green Cantabria. Our route follows the CA231 highway. This is a road that quite literally cuts through some of the most beautiful stretches of the coastline. Ahead of us are the legendary Liancres Dunes, the rugged cliffs of Costa Quebrada, and the beaches of San Juan de la Canal and Virgen del Mar. This road is a true gift for those who value the ocean and untamed nature. We begin our journey in Arce. This is not just a small village, it is a living monument. Our attention is immediately drawn to the Palace of Arce. It looks powerful, like a clenched fist of stone. This is not merely a residence, it is a symbol of authority. Built in the 17th century by the Arce clan, it became a direct statement of victory after the end of the medieval wars. Massive and austere, it clearly dominates the entire landscape. You can almost feel history standing still behind you. Leaving the village, we quickly pass beneath the A67 highway. It feels like an instant leap from the past into the present. Right after this junction, we follow the signs toward Bú de Piélagos. Today, Bú is one of Cantabria's most important transportation hubs. Railway lines and a modern highway intersect here, connecting Santander with western Cantabria. Today, Bú represents a perfect balance between an ancient past and the fast pace of modern life. We turn toward the river. The name of the village sounds simple, but behind it lies a history that began long before the Middle Ages. The name comes from Latin and means marshy place or lake land. It perfectly describes the local landscape, shaped by the river and its proximity to the sea. Interestingly, the railroad tracks were laid back in the late 19th century, while the station itself was built later to make life in this strategic location more convenient. Before us is the Pau River and its famous railway bridge. This is not just a steel crossing, it is a symbol of overcoming obstacles. At the end of the 19th century, when the entire country was striving for progress, engineers were confronted with this vast water barrier, the river estuary. The bridge became the result of bold vision and precise calculation. It is made up of impressive steel arches and trusses, firmly anchored above the water. Here, you can clearly feel how the past was crossed out by the new, relentless power of steel, which forever connected this region with Santander. We return to Butte de Pialagos and continue on. On the right rises Mount La Pacoda. It resembles a massive green guardian watching over the river. On the opposite side, there are several hiking trails, and with some effort you can get fairly close by motorcycle. However, reaching the summit is only possible on foot. Stop at the Abra del Pa viewpoint. From here, you truly understand what a river estuary is. A wide panorama opens up. We see how the river channel loses its shape and spreads out over the sand, mixing its waters with the deep blue of the Atlantic. Looking down, you can see the thin line where the two flows meet, and you can sense how the tide pushes ocean water upstream. It is a constantly moving, living scene. Before reaching the open ocean, we dive into a dense forest that separates the road from the shoreline. This is a remarkable place where pine groves and tall eucalyptus trees stand side by side. As soon as you pass beneath their canopies, the temperature drops noticeably, and the air fills with the strong scent of resin and fresh needles. On a sunny day, this is a true refuge. It is a perfect place to leave your vehicle behind and wander through the deep shade along soft paths that wind between the trunks and lead straight to the ocean. It is an ideal pause, trading the noise of the road for the quiet rustle of trees before the dazzling expanse of dunes opens up ahead. We ride on. The road is narrow, cool, and incredibly beautiful. We emerge from the greenery, and there it is, the finale of the route, the Liancres Dunes, a true jewel of Costa Quebrada. Two legendary beaches are located here, the wide Val de Arenas and the cozy Canallave. This is a cult destination for surfers from all over the world. Powerful swells and the open ocean create near-perfect waves. This is a place where nature and humanity have engaged in a long struggle. For centuries, the wind and the Paw River carried sand here, forming vast living dunes that constantly advanced inland. To stop the sand from overtaking farmland, a dense pine forest was deliberately planted here in 1949. But the main battle for Leankers unfolded in the 1980s, when there were plans to develop the area and turn it into a sand quarry. Only thanks to strong protests from residents and environmental activists was this coastline saved, and in 1986 it officially became a natural park. Today, it is a unique world where rare birds hide among the sands and life thrives along the shore. Leankers is a place of power, where true freedom and the eternal motion of the Atlantic can be felt. We shift gears and leave the cool shade of the forest, heading toward the town of Leankers itself. This place is a real living beehive, where traditional Cantabria meets modern surf culture. The town has always been an important point along the coast, a link between the green farming valleys and the harsh ocean. Despite its popularity with tourists, Leankers has preserved the spirit of an old settlement. You can still see sturdy stone houses built to withstand any Atlantic storm. Today, it is a great place to feel the rhythm of local life, slow walks, cozy bars, and restaurants offering traditional set lunches. We drive through town and turn back toward the water. first stop is Samocuevas Beach. This place is for those who love secrets. To reach it, you have to descend a long staircase carved directly into the slope. But the reward awaits below. A high rocky barrier completely shields the beach from the north wind, creating a quiet corner with exceptionally clear, turquoise water. Just around the next bend lies Playa de Cerrillas. It is tiny, squeezed into a narrow cove between yellow cliffs. Here, the coastline begins to show its true character. The rocks become sharper and more layered. The shore starts to change its shape, becoming more broken, a perfect introduction to the main beauty of Costa Quebrada. Across from it is the most dramatic view along this stretch, Portillo Beach. Here, the geology of the coast speaks at full volume. Massive stone layers stand almost vertically, plunging straight into the foam of the surf. It looks as if nature built gigantic stone stage sets here. Portillo is a paradise for those who want to see the wild, raw power of this land, where cliffs literally slice through the waves. We complete this loop at the Church of St. Eulalia. Located in the very center of the settlement since the 17th century, this simple and solid gray stone building is a true symbol of Cantabrian resilience. For centuries, the church has been the main landmark for everyone living on these hills. It is a perfect place to shut off the engine for a moment and enjoy the view in the shade of ancient walls before continuing on. We continue our journey, now heading toward Playa de la Arnia along one of the most striking sections of coastline, Costa Quebrada. We leave Route 231 following the signs and move toward the ocean, passing through the quintessential rural landscapes of Cantabria. And here it is, Playa de la Arnia itself. It is breathtaking. This is arguably the most dramatic and most photographed place in all of Cantabria. Rising from the water are uros, massive rock pillars that were once part of the shoreline but eventually surrendered to the force of the sea. They stand in the ocean like dragon's teeth, shattering the waves into fine spray. But the most incredible sight appears at low tide. A vast stone platform emerges, marked by clear parallel lines, resembling the surface of another planet. There is no soft sand here, only bare rock and the raw power of the Atlantic. Arnia is a place where time seems to stand still, and you feel like a single grain of sand against these ancient giants. You can walk westward along the coast to fully experience Costa Quebrada. The name translates as broken coast, and one glance at the horizon is enough to understand why. This place is often called an open book of geology or a stone library. Millions of years ago, tectonic forces compressed the Earth's crust like an accordion and pushed layers of rock vertically upward. The tide has receded, and the famous stone platform of Arnia Beach is fully visible. We move farther along the coast toward San Juan de la Canal Beach. Here, it is convenient to avoid the main road and take a shorter route right along the ocean. And here is the beach. This place feels like a natural amphitheater. If Arnia impressed with its severity, San Juan welcomes you with soft golden sand and a well-maintained promenade. The beach is cozily nestled between rocky shores that form a natural corridor, the very canal that gave the place its name. It is an ideal spot to park the motorcycle and walk along the cliff edge trail. Or simply lie on the sand and swim in the crystal-clear turquoise water. We pass through Soto de la Marina. This village is a true oasis of calm and prosperity. In the past, there were only farmlands here. Today, it is one of the most pleasant places to live along the coast. The road widens, and well-kept gardens and traditional Cantabrian houses flash by on both sides. Soto de la Marina serves as a kind of gateway. From here, paths branch off toward the most hidden beaches of Costa Quebrada. It is a place where the proximity of the city is felt, yet the pace of life remains rural and unhurried, the perfect setting to slow down and enjoy the views. On the right stands the Monte Corbin Seminary. We will return to it shortly. First, however, we reach the end of Route 231, where we turn around at the roundabout. Before us rises the majestic complex of the Monte Corbin Seminary. This place has a deep spiritual history that began in the 15th century with a small hermitage. Later, a monumental monastery and diocesan seminary grew here. The building looks imposing and somewhat austere. Massive stone walls, strict facade lines, and a vast inner courtyard. The seminary has survived centuries, wars, and change, yet it has retained its dignity. Passing by these walls, it is impossible not to feel their scale, a true spiritual bastion that for centuries guarded the approaches to Santander. To conclude this journey, we head toward Virgin del Mar Beach. Our route ends in a truly mystical place, at the island and chapel of Virgin del Mar. She is the patron saint of Santander, and her sanctuary stands right at the edge of the land. The island is connected to the shore by a narrow bridge, and during powerful storms it seems as though the small stone church is about to dissolve into the sea foam. A special sense of peace fills the air here. The sound of wind, the cries of seabirds, and the endless horizon. This is the perfect ending to a journey along the CA 231. We have traveled through the history of palaces, the steel of bridges, the silence of forests, and the raw power of the broken coast. Here, beside the walls of an old chapel and under the steady roar of the Atlantic, it is the right moment to turn off the engine and simply look out at the sea.